be a little confusion down on the Carlton bench. Some people eavesdropping, suggesting at half-time there were some questions asked about whether they could sub another player at half-time. Obviously, they had a man off who still had 3 minutes to run. There goes the short one from Bartel. Well, hearsay, of course. Here's Kelly inside the forward 50. Coming hard is Hawkins. Good tackle, got him down. Not before he gave it to Mackey. Mackey on the run. Bends it back. What a beautiful goal. Warnock just coming belatedly, working in front, but McIntosh knocks it forward. Intended for Johnson. Stolen away by Simpson. Around the corner it comes to Everett. McLean, forward of half back, beyond the wing with a kick. Brilliant gather by Thomas. Turned his defender inside out. Loops it over Rivers to Menzel. Menzel kicks inside the forward 50. Henderson, well, half chance there, still going. Henderson about 40 metres out from goal to Gibbs. I doubt he'll miss, and he puts it through. His second goal, he's having a big night.
Good call, Gene. It's just great to see the Carlton not giving this away. I mean, they're still in the match. I mean, they're one goal away from really putting the pressure on.
It's a great kick in from Menzel.
Well done by
Henderson.
Henderson as well.
By Henderson. And I mean, that's Carlton have probably let themselves down with. Carlton have let themselves down a little bit with some of the skill moving forward, but when you get the ball in the hand of the really good ball users, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly, Tom. I thought early in the game when they really ran and took it on and they had a lot of bounces in that first half, they kicked goals easily, and that's exactly what they did there. I thought start of this quarter they were a bit stagnant, but that's what they have to do.
Big thump from Warnock. Thomas trying to inject something here. Carlton trying to get it forward. Robinson, well done. He stayed underneath it. Carazzo can't quite end right. Tried to pick it off. Warnock conceded some ground. Armfield and Stokes, good mark. Armfield had a terrific opening turn. The opposite numbers. So one next goal massive here, isn't it? I mean, you feel like Geelong completely in control if they get it. If not, really game on. Doherty. And Carlton have got some purpose here. Everett. Simpson, a left footer, so he's going to bring the ball back in, you know that. So Gibbs multiple goals for the first time since round one this year. That's a beautiful, well, I thought it was a good kick from Menzel or Thomas and none of them went. Gee, Taylor, that was a sloppy old handball and out of play.
Got away with one there, Geelong. The ball movement, which is too slow there by Carlton. Harry ended up intercepting the ball, but if it wasn't going to be Harry, it would have been Enright or Hamish McIntosh. So, like Wayne said moments ago, put speed on the game and get the ball in quickly as possible, one-on-one.
Margin was 19 at half-time. It's 18 currently. Backhanded down by McIntosh. Standing his ground, doing well was Murphy. Scrambles a kick forward, coming up to meet it Taylor. Taylor drops it on that left boot, and a good mark is taken by Stokes. Stokes thinks about a give-off. Now he goes. He kicks down towards half-forward, almost leading the man back there. Duncan went to the congested, goes and finds the football again. That was a dangerous kick for him. He was a little uncertain who it was intended for. Johnson's hand pass, ditto. Taken by Robinson, spins out of trouble, goes to Murphy. Murphy to Walker. Walker comes out wide. Doherty. He takes off Doherty. In pursuit is Selwood. Doherty goes down towards half forward. Menzel. Oh, good pair of hands. He'll wheel around on his left foot. Casbolt is going back. It goes in that direction. Slipped over. Still a live ball. Thomas gets his second. Wow. What an exchange.
Well, Daisy coming back's been good. I reckon he's been
good, yeah.
important.
No, he's been good. Whenever the ball hangs in the air in the Carlton forward line, really, Casbolt looks dangerous, but no one else looks like getting it. But when they get it in with random ground level balls, that's when they get a chance.
Doherty was important there, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he backed himself, and look, Daisy's brought something in the last 10 minutes. He really has.
As has Menzel. Menzel uses the ball so well, and his first instinct is to wheel and go. Kicked the ball really well inside forward 50, Troy Menzel. It's a bit of a chaos ball there, and obviously when that happens, puts defenders right on edge. So they got that goal they needed. Carlton right back in this.
So Daisy gets two for the first time in the double Blues. So the Blues are making some inroads here. A two-goal game. Good challenge coming up now. Yaron, can he straighten up? He's run towards the boundary. Left foot, look good. Great mark again. Well, Menzel really has become a target.
And this is a big test for Billy Smets. He's a highly talented first-round pick for Geelong against a highly talented first-round pick for Carlton. And if he's going to have a career as a defender, he needs to be able to play on these sorts of players and do a job.
God, he's smooth, Yaron, when you see him like that, isn't he? I mean, that's just fantastic.
He always looks like he's got an extra gear. He always looks like he's running quick, but he's only going 3 3/4 pace. And,
just fast enough, I reckon.
Always looks like he's in control and really well balanced at least.
Usain Bolt looks like that, I reckon, don't you?
Well,
always looks like he's got an extra
guys who
gear.
go quick always look like they're doing it easy, don't they?
Well, this is a tough kick for a left footer. This would be something. Carlton challenging. Good kick. Really good kick. They're back within a goal. Well, he's kicked 2 in this term. He's 19 years of age. Of course, his brother you'd love to see out there right now in the opposition Guernsey. That's another story. But this has been, I reckon, as good a 10 minutes of football as Carlton have played all season now.
Yep.
Because they were done and dusted almost, weren't they, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, and he's been pivotal to it. It came through the Central District program in the SNFL, played a lot of senior footy. Premiership played?
He might have just missed, I reckon.
Great temperament here from Troy Mensley. He's been really big the last 5 or 10 minutes, using the ball, driving the inside forward 50, and on this occasion getting on the end of it. Blues 3 in a row now.
That's right. 5 minutes ago, Geelong led by 24 points. Out of the middle, Selwood trying to put that back on the board. He drives down towards half forward, thumped away by Everett. Chance for McLean at close quarters to Robinson. Under pressure comes to Walker, flings it back towards McLean. McLean goes down towards half forward. Up in front, Henderson. Crashing the pack is Enright. Missed the footy. Finds it again. Wonderful control. Rivers across to Taylor. Taylor sends it down towards half forward. Stokes. Clean hands. He'll wheel around, look up, and nobody's there. Goes short to Kelly. Not 15. Ran into a dead end. Simpson got him, holding the football. Everything is falling into place now for the Blues. Chris Scott showing some emotion there. He senses it too. This game has turned on its head. McLean takes the mark at right half back. 79 plays 73. McLean goes very short to Murphy. He thought about going over the top, hesitates, stops.
Yeah, the angle it was weight that he wanted to go to.
He's not getting much of the ball on Guthrie Murphy, but geez, running hard. I've really been trying to watch him tonight. Had an interview with him yesterday. He's really working hard.
And there's a good case, Lee.
Yeah, no, he's not getting much reward for his running at the moment, but if he just keeps running, keeps pushing to space, he'll get involved in that link-up game that Carlton needed to play.
So Stokes cut about the head there, so watch this here.
Gee, this was as brave as you'll see, Stokes. He's got it opened up on the back of his head, but he put his head over the line then.
Gee, Menzel, Matty Menzel's impact has been enormous, hasn't it?
Yeah, he has. When Carlton get those smaller guys inside 50 buzzing around, Thomas coming back onto the ground has helped. Garlett's down there, Menzel. It looks dangerous. Yaron's down there.
And Richard, that's what you talked about in the countdown tonight, wasn't it?
Well, it's the opposite. At the other end, it's all about Hawkins, and the Carlton small forwards can cause the trouble.
And here's Yaron with a chance. He worked Enright. Still Yaron. Poor handball. Walker, Enright, Walker, and Geelong win a really important ball. Just a terrible handball by the Cats, by the Blues, and now Hawkins to set it up.
Murdoch across to Motlop. Enright terrific there, forcing Yaron back on his right foot. Meantime, that was a bad kick coming across the ground. Kick inside the forward 50. Yaron put Bartell down, and Henderson kicked into Taylor. Enright deflects it across to Taylor. Under pressure down there is Lonergan. Deep trouble. Thomas has got it. Thomas with the left foot. Hooks and bounces it through. He's got 3. What a comeback. Subbed out for 20 minutes under the concussion rule. Has come back to be a catalyst.
Is this the first big game you reckon he's played for the Blues? I feel like it's the first time he's really impacted on a match as a Carlton player, don't you?
Influence.
Yeah. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's been getting a little bit better over the weeks as he gets a bit more match condition, but certainly his impact the last 10 minutes has been profound.
He was off the ground for 47 minutes, Lee, with a half-time break, Thomas. He
should be feeling fresh, but he really has had an impact in this third quarter.
Richo's magic 100 numbers is going to come into play here, I reckon.
The 100 point?
Yep.
Yeah, well, when Geelong kick 100 points, they win 43 out of 46 on this ground, but when they don't, I think it's 8 out of 32. So interesting stuff. Murphy running hard. Gee, Carlton have been superb. Kicks to the pocket. Robinson went very, very early. Enright, tackled. Robinson got it off him. Docklands, well played, Hall-and-Smith. Kelly, caught up. Gibbs just misses, so he's got a couple. But Carlton get their nose in front. They're not going to fit in. They're not going to go away now. You feel like they might be here for the night.
Eddie plays 79, short one to the pocket. Henry Taylor. What a transformation, as I mentioned about 10 minutes ago now. The Cats by 24. It's been all Carlton since. And this defence is under real pressure. Another error. Yaron outside the 50, assesses the options. That wasn't one of them. Went across to Casbolt. Over the football is Selwood. He needs to fire now. Feeds it back. Blixarves. Sweeping hand pass taken by Duncan. Releases Hawkins. Goes to midfield. Johnson. Thought about giving it off. Out towards right centre wing. That's an interesting kick. Not his best effort. It was intended for Duncan. But Jamison came up and cut it out. Good defensive work, and he spots a man surrounded by 3 Cats. Casbolt takes the mark.
Which means there's going to be 3 Blues somewhere else, and he needs to find them here. Levi Casbolt.
It's a bit of an up and under, but it's got some legs, that kick in the end. Wait, can't quite. Ball coming to ground. Carazzo and Mackie. Carazzo, Thomas, lovely little handball. Waits had a quiet night. Can he do something here? Slow handball, Docklands. Little left footer, not 15. Now Gibbs has got a bit on this. That's strong in the behind. I just saw Yaron a moment ago. It was a terrible. He's just not fit enough. He's absolutely
exhausted now. Right at this moment, this next minute or so, he's absolutely needs the petrol tickets.
His second efforts were not good enough a moment ago.
3 metres, 2 now.
Yeah, there's a few players out on their legs. I mean, that's been the one thing that's held Yaron back more than anything else, his ability to spend big minutes through the middle of the ground.
I reckon this game's going to be won with the clearances because it's a one-on-one game forward of the footy. If you win the clearances, you have a huge advantage, and that's the trend of the game so far.
Lonigan a high ball marked by Rowe.
That's worked well. Jamison on to Hawkins, and Rowe has actually become a pretty good player as a more halfback.
Yeah, and Jamison makes the play, doesn't he? He can win his own ball and reads the ball well and frees up Rowe. Double win.
Here he is again. Comes to Everett this time, Jamison. Unfortunately for Yaron too, the ball has been in that half for the last 10 minutes. No chance to take a breath. No chance really to interchange. There's McLean. Just got to be fitter. Easy to say from up here wearing makeup. There goes the ball up towards the wing. Knocked away by Gibbs. Taken by Murphy. Looks inside. Nice one, Carazzo. Waits for Murphy to cruise past. Murphy goes in short to the man we speak of, Yaron, right on the siren. What a comeback by Carlton. What a comeback by Daisy Thomas. At 3/4 time, the Blues lead it by 2 on Friday Night Football. A lot to look forward to. A season on the line for that man and his Carlton side. It's 12-9, 12-7.
Let yesterday burn and go it in a fire, in a fire, in a fire. Fight like a warrior, today, live like a wanna. Let yesterday burn and go it in a fire.
Welcome back to Etihad Stadium, and it's the Blues by 2 points over the Cats at 3/4 time. It is an absolute cracking contest, Wayne Carey, and gee, the Blues look a better team when they just get up and running.
Yeah, you'd have to say that's the best quarter of footy they've played all year. I mean, against quality opposition, they looked down and out. I thought at the first part of that quarter they looked stagnant, but then all of a sudden the run came back from that first half and they started to run, carry the ball, and when they play on through the middle of the ground and on half forward and get it in there quickly, they just score quickly. Yeah. But the clearances, Matty, have been so important in this game.
They've been a real key tonight. Carlton won the clearances in the first quarter. They win the quarter. The Cats then won the clearances in that second quarter. They win the quarter, and then the Blues did it again this quarter. Now, I think it's because it's a one-on-one game forward of the footy. So if you can win the clearance and get it forward, you've got a really good chance of winning the football. But you sense, Duck, that the Geelong leaders have still got something to give.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when you look at their leaders, you look at Selwood, you look at Bartel, you look at Kelly, you look at all of those guys, and you just think that they've got a little bit more fight in them. So I think it'll go down to the wire, but I don't know, I'm leaning towards the Cats.
Oh, up to you, Bruce.
Thanks, Matty. Wayne, you've sort of answered one question. Matthew, what about you in a word? Who do you think will win?
Oh, look, I think I'll stick with the Cats, but if the Blues can win the clearances, they'll win the game.
Lee?
Well, Carlton are going better, but don't go against Geelong in a close game, so I'd stick with them.
Tom?
Yeah, I'm with Geelong also, but Richo summed up the game perfectly. It's contested possessions, tackles and clearances. Good old-fashioned one-on-one footy from seemingly a bygone era.
I tell you what, catastrophic if Geelong lost from here. 4 goals in front halfway through a third quarter.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been like a Geelong-like performance tonight. We wondered how they'd come off last week. They started as if they were shell-shocked as opposed to motivated and savage. And they've worked their way into the game, but it hasn't been the Geelong excellence that we have seen so often over the previous number of years.
They were on the ropes. Three-quarter time came at a good time as far as the Cats were concerned. Wide of the pack, Carazzo through the legs of Robinson, knocked forward there by McIntosh, found the footy, heard a voice, gives it out to Johnson. Johnson taken high. Advantage is taken. Selwood to Kelly. Why not move it quickly when the big man is down there? Well done, Jamison, though. Reaching over the top, got a fist on it, knocked it out of bounds. As we start this final term with the Blues up by 2 at the 16-minute mark of the third term, Geelong led by 24.
When you see that bit of footage, you do question why that matchup hasn't been.
It wasn't there all night.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant spoil, wasn't it? But they've rolled the dice a bit, the Blues, tonight, and it might all work out. Everett got it from Simpson. Bartel running into Doherty, free kick to the Blues. The bounce important here. Gibbs has been terrific. 22nd disposal, 2 goals. Telling kick. Walker's got it. Well, they've kicked the opening goal in each of the quarters, Carlton. They've been fast starters, and that transition has been a highlight of their game at times tonight. In fact, I remember one occasion when Walker did it in the second quarter and they got the ball quickly forward. Well, another massive set shot here. He hasn't kicked a goal this year. He was, I'm trying to think, he was a leading goal kicker at the club, wasn't he, about 3 or 4 years ago? I think he kicked over 50 goals in the season, but not a goal this year. Probably hasn't had a shot this year. This would be big.
Looked like it was online, but just been, well, he's been playing down defence for most of this season, so he looks like though he's been given a run up forward. Thought pre-game he may be one of those moves you make to alter things that aren't working.
Oh dear. Always a little pedantic, this one.
They generally call it when it's obvious, and often players don't remonstrate too much.
Was he on the angle? He was coming straight up the ground though, wasn't he? So it must be the kickoff line running parallel with the goal line, I would have thought.
Warnock's not bad in these forward days over the line. The height, can he get it to a Carlton moving player?
Big penalty, always has been, of course. McIntosh, Mackie, surrounded. Mackie reluctant to pick it up. The umpire just lets them fossick. But eventually will go in and ball it up. Gutsy advantage taken by Doherty moments ago. Bruce called it on the outer side. Just picked the ball up and flung it out to Gibbs. One down by McIntosh. Well done by Mackie to Enright. Sends it towards the outer side. Bounces on its point. Taken by Murdoch. Fires it hard back at Stringer. He ran into a dead end.
The safe footy's not going to win it for Carlton. They have to identify that when they've played their best footy tonight, it's been attacking footy, it's taking risks, it's playing on almost at all costs. They need to ensure they do that this quarter.
Richo's abused, it's off.
Yeah, Buse's out of the game. Jesse Stringer, they did that at 3/4 time.
So Geelong have made their sub, and of course, quite famously now, Carlton have made a sub earlier tonight and then brought Daisy back after the 20-minute rule. He was actually off for 47 minutes, Thomas, but White only on for the 20. And came back and kicked 2 goals to add to his one in the first. There is Stringer having an impact with a kick away. Jamison and Hawkins. Hawkins has just been so constructive tonight. And with those 4 second quarter goals, Motlop, Stringer, not a good handball by Motlop, Tui, Simpson. Walker's been good. Jamison, didn't think he'd come back after half-time. Lucky he has. Oh, Robinson, that's a poor drop. Gibbs, so good tonight, misses the target. Enright, Garlett, boundary throw in. So Carlton right now really putting the pressure on. There's Buse, Blitzarf's with him. The Blues wanting that opening goal of the last term.
The Cats haven't scored for 22 minutes. Anything. Boundary throw in. Now boys are picking them. Carazzo deep in the pocket. Docklands snaps and misses.
More time, didn't he?
Got all the engine to go. They're looking quick. Geelong, certainly the Swans made Geelong look slow, and at the moment when the ball is in motion, Carlton are doing the same.
At the start of the game, Carlton didn't put them away with the early goals, and the start of this last quarter certainly looked like the start of the first.
Last 4 scores, 4 behinds for Carlton.
There you go.
Here's Taylor. Short, just talking about selecting them to win at three-quarter time. I think they think like experts do, the players themselves. Sometimes they think it will just fall into place. Well, it's not falling into place at the moment. They could be falling down the ladder.
And conversely, Dan, Carlton need to have that self-belief that the game's there to be won and they need to win it as opposed to just waiting for Geelong to come.
Simon White has the vest off again, guys. Who do you think the sub will be?
I will ask the questions, Richo.
Sorry, Dan.
That's okay. Hall of Fame and all.
Question without notice.
Here comes the ball out towards the wing from Everett. Big leap by Selwood. That was terrible judgment. Coming away is Doherty. He's been good. With pace, goes to the pocket. Oh, Garlett missed it. Thomas has been dangerous. Turns around. Mackie was waiting for him. Took him to the ground. Appealing is Kelly. And the umpire will ball it up.
He's fumbled on early in the game, Garland. When you're under the ball like that, you've almost got to go towards the contact. And if you get the contact, you'll get an automatic free kick. But he tends to be just flinching from the contact a little there.
The best kick to Garlett in the forward line's the one over the back when he can run onto it, isn't it?
Not the one where he's caught under the foot.
Flinchy. I like that.
Yeah, well, just you sort of, flinch is the right word. I'll go with that word.
When he flinches.
Anyway, Carlton are pressing, aren't they? But they haven't been able to do any damage on the scoreboard. And you feel like Geelong will react. But when? Carazzo, Stokes, so good. Johnson, not so good, but could do something here. Hall and Smith with a high ball. Hard to mark. They're hard to control. Walker, well done to Blitzard. To Stokes, terrific tackle.
Oh.
Well, isn't that incorrect disposal? Now Bartell, lovely looking kick to Murdoch, got him, not quite. Now Yarra
pitched it.
Well, he pickpocketed. What did I say about Yarra? Geez, a good player. Well, lovely kick.
He's had a break there, Bruce. Henderson kicks it wide. Here's a chance for McLean. Tracks it inside the 50. Will it sit for him? No, it won't. Boundary throw in. 4 points the difference. Well, he took a step, one would assume. Incorrect disposal. That's terrific by Yaron. Just dictating in that contest. Blixarves goes up with Warnock. Warnock knocks it down. Simpson knocks it on. Carazzo follows it. Nothing doing. So Simon White waiting to come on.
I would have thought Sam Rowe probably, but he's actually had a pretty good third quarter, Rowe, so it'll be interesting to see who this interchange is. Well, the sub, Stu.
Well, that's why Richo asked Darcy. Yeah. No idea. Neither have we.
We're none the wiser.
For 5 minutes.
So have I.
Kelly. Stokes. And then Stokes, good kick to Taylor. Now the left footer, so he decides to go the handball. Smets running hard, takes it upon himself.
Oh, not good. That's the move just there. Jamison just reads the play better as a defender than Sam Rowe does. So that would be his third intercept mark there, Jamison. It's been a win for Carlton, that swap.
Lee, would they think of Warnock? I mean, would you think of the big guy or?
Oh, no, I don't think so, because I think he's the main ruckman. Casbold could fill in a bit, but I doubt if they'll go that.
Okay.
But we'll find out shortly.
Murphy running on to it now. He's looking to Carazzo. Now Gibbs out wide. Little kick. Gibbs takes the mark. Should go back and have a shot. Has to go back.
I've been impressed with Mark Murphy tonight. I mean, Guthrie had him, but Murphy's kept running. Had
Jared Waitley, sorry, Jared
Waite is the one who's well, he hasn't been in the play. But Murphy's kept running, had 10 positions in the third quarter. He's been just to work your way through when you're down and out under the tag. That's been a great night for Murphy.
And when we talk about Murphy, we often talk about Gibbs, the other number one. Now, his night tonight's been huge, and he goes to best on ground nearly if he kicks this goal, I reckon, right now.
Oh,
well, he's kicked 3. Put him in there, Wayne.
He's in, Bruce.
I
love the interview with Lee and Mark Murphy, and then you got the sense that Murphy's style is, he knows exactly what he needs to do, and he's a bit of an actions man and relies heavily on a support cast, and Gibbs is that support cast, and tonight he's been a player that stood up, so I don't think he's necessarily got the full package just yet, Mark Murphy, showing signs of developing.
Well, certainly the Gibbs-Selwood matchup's been a beauty. Gibbs has been good, Selwood's been relatively ineffective.
Bryce Gibbs has been terrific. First time he's booted 3 since the elimination final of 2011 against the Bombers. And needed him tonight in those goals. Inside the centre square now. And a big job for Geelong right here. Scoreless, just becalmed at the moment. Down goes Selwood, strong tackle. They're playing with great panache. Gibbs again, got it from McLean, kicks it down towards half forward. Leading in the race is Simpson. Natural left footer. Shouldn't have bought that dummy stringer. He sends it long towards the middle. Getting back is Blixards, and he takes the mark.
Okay, don't go forward.
Well, one thing you should know if you're chasing Cade Simpson is what he's likely to do. Doesn't mean you can stop him, but it gives you a rough chance. Guthrie gets it from Motlop. It's all back to the wall stuff at the moment as far as Geelong are concerned. Guthrie, though, has had a very good night. Out of defence, it's been an enthralling duel, that one, with Guthrie and Murphy in front of the pack. Here's a chance for Everett. Finds the footy, finds a way out, slips a hand pass away. Here's Murphy, spots a man on the move, Rowe, and he hangs on. Oh, what a big kick is coming up here.
Well, three-quarter time you asked. I mean, Geelong just don't lose close games, but this game is just slipping away. Really, the last 20 minutes by Carlton, they've just dominated it.
They've kicked 5-4 to nothing in the last 28 minutes, Carlton.
Could have really put the game away at the start of the last quarter.
If he gets this goal, it will be their biggest lead of the night. They had some good times earlier tonight, in that second term particularly, early on. And now, Rowe. Started in defence, was manhandled on occasions, but kept on coming. This one is out to the right. It's working back. I think he's kicked it at both ends. He's made a contribution.
First goal this year, Denny. Wouldn't have had many shots like Walker, but anyone want to change their tip?
I'd change my tip at the moment, but that doesn't mean anything. You look at the Geelong players now and think now, Selwood, Johnson, Bartel, Kelly, they're the players that are the core of their midfield when they're under pressure.
Boys, rocks only. Rocks only, boys.
Would you change your tip now, Lee?
I would change the tip now, I would think, because Carlton are just running over the top of Geelong, and you look at your Selwoods and your Kellys and your Johnsons, Bartels, they're the players that normally come to the fore in these situations. Can they do it again tonight?
Well, you feel like it's a watershed moment for the Cats here for the season. I mean, they need to respond. Kelly did well. Duncan out of the centre. Good kick. Missed mark from Murdoch. Gets a second charge. And goals. It's exactly what they needed. We'd seen the scoring shots. Carlton kicked 6-4 to nothing. So Murdoch, who's had a cameo role, really, he's kicked a couple. Hasn't been a big night, but that's a big play. And, well, it was the one thing they needed and the one thing the Blues didn't want. It happened quickly too, didn't it?
It's as much about the self-belief of Carlton here. When you talk about your tip, Carlton should win. Should win from here. They've put themselves in a winning position.
Rocky, boys.
Good butter-up effort here from Jordan Murdoch. Should have taken the first mark, but had the poise to finish. And a real mind game now for these two clubs.
Importantly, two new generation players, Tom. Murdoch and Walker combined for the goal.
Margin back to 10. Burrowing in is Gibbs. Held by Selwood. The umpire.
We said in the pre-game that the games that Geelong have lost, their senior players either haven't played or haven't played well. Now that's been the case again tonight. So the next tier, if you like, have to really step up.
Casbolt. Still going, Casbolt. Well done. And again, sweeping hand pass into the path of Gibbs. Does nicely. Irresistible football at the moment. Inside the forward 50. Hitting the pack hard down there was Henderson. Slow to get up is Duncan. He can only get up and look at a man snapping towards goal. That's Garlett, but it ricochets off Hall and Smith and goes through for a minor score. 11 points the difference. Wonderful courage there by Duncan, turning around to follow that football, and he met a big body. Here's Motlop.
It was fantastic. Motlop, funny old kick again to Rivers off a step. Gee, big one-on-one here. Well played by Simpson. Looking for a free. Simpson was appealing there from the back and the ball up. So these clearances are vital. They missed a chance here, the Blues. Look at the courage from Duncan here. That's just enormous. Guthrie's quick give. Geelong, you feel like they're responding. Selwood dug it out. Bartel clever from Duncan. Hall and Smith on the left foot. Haven't seen a lot of Hawkins for a while. Ball hasn't been down there too often. White coughs it up. Stokes. Mackie. Still Mackie. He's got a good leg, Mackie. He's kicked one tonight. Ooh. And you feel like now Geelong makes its move. Big test now for the Blues.
Everett to himself. Runs to the pocket nonchalantly. And drives it long. Just short of the wing. Thomas. That's okay, says the umpire. Just nudging Duncan under the football. Sometimes we're dulled to collisions in this game. I think people realise how violent that meeting was between Duncan and Henderson. We see it so often. Courage from these players. Comes back to Rowe. Two to choose over here. Well done by Stevie Johnson. Got between them. It made for muddled thinking, and as a result, they can delay the play. They had two guys on. He was equidistant from both and hustled back to the second one to close Doherty down. Doherty, the high ball to the wing then. In from the side. McIntosh should have marked that. Opportunity here for Robinson. Taken in the tackle by Guthrie. Guthrie did well. Stifled the McLean hand pass. It comes across from Stringer. Kelly gave it to Smets. Smets inside the forward 50. Not quite. Knocked away from Bartel. Now it's inside the 50. Johnson goes long. Walker tracks it back. Rowe is tracking him. Sweeping hand pass. How will it bounce? Beautifully for Stokes. Stokes snaps and puts through his third.
Guthrie, eh? Yep. That handball from McLean, Guthrie. Yep.
Yeah, it was going to go down the other end, wasn't it? But that one smother, that's footy's all about. Matches are won in moments and one specific action.
Big night for Stokes also. 3 goals.
Yeah,
brave.
It's been fantastic, Tom. He really has. And when he was off the ground, it probably hurt Geelong. He was off for a bit.
That smother just turned it, didn't it? Turned the goal probably down one end into the goal down the other.
So Stokes with 3, Hawkins with 4, and Geelong steam back within a kick. Terrific match. Warnock goes early. Every clearance vital. Gibbs can't get it out. Kelly, ball up. She's got down and dirty tonight, Gibbs, hasn't he? It's been a real blue-collar effort from a white-collar man normally. McLean. Selwood talking about blue collar. Back. Smets, not a good handball. Selwood worked it. Bartel got down low. Advantage.
Bring it back. High.
It's interesting, that advantage call, because now it gives Carlton the opportunity to push all their players back. I reckon Geelong would rather the ball in dispute 40 metres out.
So Bartel tries to torpedo, doesn't really get it. Hard ball though. Kelly off a step. High. Now who's back there? The bounce important. The bounce very important. Oh boy. Gee, not quite Monfries at the Monfries at Footy Park, remember? But
I do. There's a full brother. So Walker to bring it in. There's something about Friday night football where the upsets come out to play. To himself, Walker. Runs hard to the pocket. Aggressive run, sends it to the other side. 3-on-2 for the Cats out there. So a good result, off hands and out of bounds. We'll have a throw in when I say a good result. For Carlton, that is. Amazing record. We touched on that before the game. 11 of the last 14 to boot. McIntosh hooks it down behind Selwood. Did brilliantly. Stringer out of the congestion. Wonderful play by the youngster.
Numbers right up at the stoppage there, Dan, and open the space up for Tom Hawkins. Hasn't had that opportunity really since half-time.
Look at this here, though. Any ball-wing traffic, there's just no numbers behind the footy, so if you can get it out, Hawkins has got space like that.
He can jump, though. He's got a good upward extension, Hawkins, too.
Never had that
strong
athleticism last year, did he? He didn't have that athleticism last year.
I guess that sore back would have been preventing that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still up the ground when the ball came to ground. Stringer still had a bit to do, didn't he? He did very well to get out of there and then finish the job. Play on. Gee, that's a big call. Hawkins may have been touched on the mark. Don't see that too often. Simpson comes away. Didn't hear any warning. Ball comes outside the 50. Falls at the back. In goes Mackie. Mackie gives a hand pass to Stringer. Stringer with a man running across his path. It was Guthrie. Didn't help him at all. Menzel goes after the football. Trying to hack it away as Motlop. Blixarb reaches in, Gibbs again, 27 possessions now, sends it back towards midfield. Smets comes up, takes the mark. Bartell, why not? In safe hands, he sends it long. Stokes, the shortest man there, gave a contest. It falls to Guthrie under pressure, got the push from White at just the right moment, but it misses to the right-hand side.
It was interesting with Hawkins, Guthrie, or Hall Smith, I should say. Have a look at this.
They only get a certain amount of time, of course, about 30 seconds, but you don't see the play on called very often at all.
I haven't seen one this year.
No.
And we marvelled at his leap, but Tom, you reminded me he was
a school high jump champion at Melbourne Grammar. I think he jumped over 1.90 metre in year 12, so lump of a lad, but enormous spring.
Hasn't got the build for a high jump, you wouldn't have thought, would you?
No.
He's
normally tall and slim.
I thought, Joni, on that kick, I thought you had, once you started your run-up, it didn't matter. He called play on once he'd already started the run-up.
Perverse.
Guthrie so good. Duncan with a put Geelong in front. Where's Hawkins? The bounce of the ball.
The front of the stoppage for most of the night, and they've got advantage a few times.
How pumped was Scotty then? I mean, that was an incredible reaction. So can the Blues, have they got one more roll of the dice? Maybe. Murphy's been very good. Enright had it stripped. Gibbs brilliant. Simpson run down. Was he pushed in the back? No. Every ball important. Johnson, that big body, can't quite break it. Robinson taken down. Umpire's not going to blow the whistle now. Selwood on the up. Ball still not out. Robinson gets it out. Garland goes for goal. Bartell's back there. Oh, Carlton have got a chance though. It's a grandstand finish.
Because he puts himself in the right position all the time, Jimmy Bartell, doesn't he? Just has a
Out of
license.
bounce was better for Carlton than the behind. Gives them a chance here to score a goal from the stoppage.
That's
And
by 5
Warnock set
points.
something up.
Boundary throw in. In front, Warnock. Blixarb's over the top. The runner hit the pack hard. Didn't get the footy though. Simpson. Dangerous ball. Was that high on Menzel? Play on's the call. And the umpire will move in and ball it up. A wall of players. Perhaps not giving the umpire the best of views. 15 metres out. Carlton needing a goal, maybe to keep their season alive. Rucks go at it, falls at their feet. Johnson goes in. Missing it was Tui. Opportunity for Selwood. He's claimed by Docklands. Trying to move it forward is Robinson. Head down, he's headed for the goal line. He's tackled by Guthrie, who stood him up, as they'd say. 13 seconds to play. And the ball up.
One more stoppage.
So it's all on this one now. Nothing remains after this one. Gibbs goes to ground. Ball can't quite get out. Still not out. Still not out. Umpire just letting it go. Won't blow the whistle.
Oh, trapped.
And I reckon...
I think it's over.
Yep, I reckon the siren is about to sound and Geelong have escaped. What a night. The Cats win. And probably buried the Blues. Selwood, eh?
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball. We play the game as it should be played, and all war far away. Our banners fly high from dawn to dark, now let God in your heart.
Matthew, down to you with the Geelong captain.
Well, Joel, it certainly is. It's just a fine line between pleasure and pain, and that sums up that game. I reckon the Carlton boys at Bladder's attack, and you guys had to fight it right out.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably lucky in the end. What we did probably in the second quarter is how we want to play, and then we just went away from it a little bit and let them back in the game.
It was a real... around the clearances tonight, I think it was so important to win those because it was one-on-one sport of the footy. Is that how you felt it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both sides look quite dangerous going forward. The big fella during the second quarter was really important for us. But yeah, I mean, we just couldn't slow them down at times. It's a really quick deck, what's Etihad Stadium when you can get a hold of the ball.
What is it about you guys, and particularly yourself? It probably wasn't your best night personally, but you just sensed the moment, a huge goal there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not having a great night, you don't have to have a really bad night. And, the game wasn't over, and we knew there was still a bit of time on the clock, and the way the boys rallied at the end was really important.
You had to soak up a bit of pressure here, 3 or 4 stoppages at the end, a pretty nervous time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the boys did well. I mean, we haven't been in a situation like that for a while, so I mean, it'll be good going forward for us.
How was it this week? You haven't been in that situation very often in your career. You just would have wanted this game to come around.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we were probably ready to play about 3 days ago, and just, I mean, it was tough last week, but we had to move on pretty quick because we were playing Friday night. And I'm just, proud of the boys tonight. I mean, we were really, it was a challenge to get over last week and to come into this week.
Well done.
Well done, you Hall of Famer too.
Oh, thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.